Yo, what's going on YouTube? Just wanted to bring you guys kind of my next scheme here, the one I'm running now. I still think Oregon State's really good. I still think it's the best offense in the game, but I really wanted to switch it up, and so it has a lot of meta concepts, but it's definitely out of a non-meta formation. And so this is going to be Pistol Bunch out of the Maryland playbook. So a few plays I really like. Let me just kind of highlight the plays, and I'll show you guys kind of the scheme I'm running out of here. Halfback slam I think is really good versus that Texas four-man stunt. I really like it. I think it runs pretty well. Um, Other than here, PA pin deep is a cover 3 bomb. I really love that. PA deep in bombs cover 2, 3, and 4. So it's kind of it looks like clear out almost. And then we have corner strike, everyone's favorite play out of Oregon State, as well as Seattle, which is very similar to verticals, another good zone beater, and tight end angle, which is very similar to wide trail. You guys have seen out of other stuff with that tight end trail route. So a lot we like here. Additionally, there is a good normal Y off close, I will say. I'll put out a video on this, later, as well as trips tight end and bunch offset. So it's got a lot of good stuff in here in Maryland. So let's kind of dive into the pistol stuff. Okay, so our audibles for pistol are going to be Seattle, halfback slam, tight end angle, and PA pin deep. I personally, you can mix and match whatever you prefer. I think I like deep in more, but PA pin deep, they're both really good plays. So the play we're going to come out on every time is going to be corner strike. If you guys are familiar with my Oregon State, let me just call random, like double mug. If you guys are familiar with Oregon State, you'll know what this is. So normally we want our bunch to the wide side of the field, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to stem down this corner out. We're going to slot, actually, hold on, let me, actually hot routed him. We're going to slot fade that man, X, point man. We're going to post our tight end, stem him down. So I was still getting used to the icons, so a little different. And then streak our solo side. Oh, what you can do here is, I like the running back flat. It pulls flats down faster. But if you want to, this Texas route, if we watch the timing, it's pretty good. So let's watch right here. The stem corner 1, obviously. And then we have our Texas in our post right there. So that's kind of what our first play is. This corner route, the stem corner route, will beat every zone in the game. Except I believe, cover 4 it does okay against. Or like match coverage, sorry. So this is man coverage. So what I do versus man could be cover 0. I'd probably block him and then like drag this guy or something, or zig him or who knows, right? Something like this. But if we watch, versus man, this guy kind of super boosts. Very similar to Oregon State. Great, best route combo in the game. So we got to combine with this formation. Why I love it is we got to combine corner strike, which again, just delete one more time for you guys. If we watch again, this is man, and the corner auto will fry a lot of the time. Obviously, we're getting 0 blitzed against random plays, but so we get corner strike, which is elite, and then here's my favorite play, PA deep in. So what you want to do, this will bomb every single non-match coverage. Let me go show you guys this. I will show you cover 3 and cover 4. Versus cover 2, it's not exactly a one-play touchdown because what happens is the corner out's wide open because it just gets over a cloud flat. So technically it's a bomb, but, it's a little different. Let's call, let me go cover 3 sky here for you guys. So what we're going to do here is our point man, we're going to put on a corner out, and, whoops, fat fingered the ball, did not stem him down fast enough, my bad. We're going to put him on a corner out, and then we're going to stem him down, streak our tight end, drag the solo side, and then you're going to want a base protector to move those slides. Now, with your running back, this is up to you. If you want to keep him in for protection, you can. If you want to put him on a flat, you could do that. If you want to put him on a Texas, you could do that. Some sort of check down. Do not put him on a streak. That's about the only thing you can't do. I'm just going to block him here to show you guys. So, assuming we get time here, he's going to run right over the third because what's going to happen, as we can see right here, this will be the same thing that happens in cover 4, by the way. We run this to the wide side of the field. And let's watch this outside third here. Or, sorry. We see this outside third gets pulled down by the corner out. At which point you just free form to the open space right here, as we can see. And the middle third never has a chance to recover, and it's a touchdown. And then our drag, that backside drags are a check down route. I said check down, I meant touchdown to the streak, but you know what I meant. Let me show you versus cover 4 drop. I assume I have cover 4. I assume there's a cover 4 drop. I don't know. I don't ever run cover 4 drop, so I don't know. Here it is, nickel over. Okay. So same concept, corner out. Stem down. Again, here I'm just going to block just for time. So, again, normally I put them on like a table route or something just to have a check down. So, assuming we get time here, Well, it doesn't help when my defensive tackle is auto-shedding double teams every play. That makes it really fun. Let me just manually double team this guy. Please stop auto-shedding. Thank you. He did it again. But as we can see, it's just, okay. How can I not get time versus a three-man rush? The pass is a little deeper versus, cover four. But here we got some time here. Let's step up in the pocket. I forgot to put a streak on the tight end. Great. Yeah, see, this is just a quality ebook. I'm really glad you guys watch my videos. I don't know why anyone would. I'm just kidding. Really appreciate the support, by the way, guys. Been growing a lot really fast, so it means a lot. But assuming we get some time here, you step up in the pocket, freeform away from the quarter, touchdown. Same concept. Right now that I finally didn't get sacked and put the right route combo on the field. If we watch here, this outside quarter right here kind of like goes to the corner route and then tries to break back up. We just freeform to open space. Touchdown. You do need a lot of field to call this play, I will tell you that. Like as you can see here, I'm throwing it in the end zone from like the 50-yard line. If you try to throw this at the 30, it's going to get picked off. You just don't have enough room for your player to run. But so that's why I love this playbook. We need to combine corner strike, my favorite play, with basically clear out, which is a major play in like UCLA. Oh, you see that a lot. Next, we're going to call PA pin deep. This is our cover 3 bomb. We just call any cover 3. Doesn't really matter what it is. So from right here, we're going to streak that point man. Now it's up to you. What I would probably do is drag the tight end, Texas route the running back. This gives you a little check down between that drag Texas, right? Like we see here, the drag's open, our Texas is open, and then this post, yeah, that was a terrible pass lead. Pass lead better than me. Let me show you guys just to prove to you, but it'll get right underneath that third when that streak runs a third off, and then we hit. I mean, wow. Trying to get time in practice mode is like, I'm just going to block the running back. Obviously, I think we know how to throw a Texas route. I just want a little more time. Wait for him to clear. Pass lead down. Cover 3 gets to a really soft spot in cover 3. And if your user's having to guard a Texas route, in a drag route, they got to put hard flats, user a Texas route, and then you kind of just hit him with this. Well, if I could ever get time, but you see the route. It's just like double post from Oregon State or some other plays you've seen. Last zone beater we're going to call here is Seattle. What I would do versus this is just like stock play, just cross the running back quick snap, and then we kind of like look tight end. The tight end gets to a really soft spot. Obviously, depending which type of zone coverage it is, it'll get to different spots. But I would do something like this with like a running back flat. That's probably what I would do. Maybe an in route. Gives you a high-low read on the left if, let's say, there's like a zone drop flat or a hard flat. It'll either guard the running back or the crosser, right? And then we have our tight end there, and we just kind of throw the crosser, depending on what the flat does. Obviously, right now, if we look at it, let me call the right play. Just a good mix-up zone beater. So if you watch this flat on the left, okay, he's kind of bailing, but now he went back down. We hit the crosser. If he stays up, we hit the running back. It's really, really self-explanatory. Right, so, and then the other plays, obviously this tight end will clear versus like cover 2 and stuff, versus cover 3. The other thing I'll tell you is this tight end wheel, if you think about it, I know I just threw a pick on it, but most people use her a linebacker, right? Most people are probably going to use her this linebacker that guards this tight end wheel. So if you think about it, if that guy follows the crosser, then the tight end wheel's open, and then if not, the crosser's open. I mean, it's just like verticals at a gun bunch in previous years. Truly a great play. That's kind of going to conclude our zone beaters out of this. I really like it a lot. Again, halfback slams are the run I like the most, but tester runs I like slam the most, especially versus Texas 4-man. The last play I'm going to cover is our man beater. Obviously, corner strike can beat man. I'll show you that real quick. Let me call play. We'll see a lot. I don't know why I'm calling plays like this. Where is mid blitz? There's mid blitz. Okay, so corner strike is probably what I do. Stem that corner down. Okay, then we're going to block, base protect, and then right here you can kind of get creative. I really like something like a post, a drag, and a zig. This is probably like my starting go-to combo. Then you get creative. You maybe hit a curl or hit a post and like double drags. There's a lot you can do. Just get creative. I mean, I have a video out on curls, but get familiar with man-beating combos. But the big thing from this play and why we call it, I'm just going to call any kind of concept here, is that the stem corner beats man very well. So if we watch, he kind of like speed boost out of it. And a lot of times it's kind of a one-play touchdown. Sometimes it'll get guarded. I will tell you, you can kind of just throw it at him. It's rare to ever see it get intercepted if you make a bad read anyways. But I mean, a lot of times you're going to get like where he like slips, or you can get like a good lead and get like 10 yards of play. So that's why we do that. Then the rest of our routes, You know, just some base man beaters. You know, see what gets open. Right there, the drag was open for the whole play, and I threw it late as hell. But you know, just put some other man beaters. Our last man beater on the play or of this playbook, at least in this formation before we get to this stuff in a different video, is going to be tight at angle. So let me go call mid blitz again. Mid blitz. There we go. So it's a lot like Y trail. So what I would probably do here, I really like a post on the solo side, and then I'd probably do a speed out on circle. So again, here's the base play. We're just going to speed out instead of that normal out. Post this guy. Now, I would normally stem this up to make it 10 yards on the speed out, and if we watch it, see speed out, you can just kind of get here in possession catch. It's very hard for those to be guarded. So it gives you a nice little, but it's like drag, right? And then this tight end normally is just going to super fry his man. And so as long as you have a somewhat decent tight end, he should be wide open. It puts a lot of stress on the user, and it's just a good mix-up from corner strike because now the main route we're having to guard is a trail route, and yeah. And if you wanted to mix it up, let's say you're getting route, like the route committing Hayward Bay outside because he's on a corner route or a slot or a speed out, just mix it up. Put him on a drag and then put the point man on a slot on a speed out. And now let's watch the same thing happens, right? And then all these, let's ignore the pass protection. I mean, I think we can, looks like this. And I don't know why that guy's not getting picked up. That's kind of, practice mode always has its fun little quirks. He's ran it untouched less 4 times. I don't know what's up with that. Who knows? Practice mode's gonna practice mode. See, like that time he gets picked up. Who cares? But yeah. So those are gonna be our 2 man beaters. Gonna be tight and angle, and then corner strike. And then let me show you guys slam real quick. So this is versus mid blitz. I will say if it's not Texas 4-manning, I do not flip the run. If we look at this run, right? Let's watch the blocking. Whoops. Probably would help if I called a run play, wouldn't it? But if we watch, just watch the run blocking to the left, pretty decent holes defined. I mean, obviously this is mid blitz, which is normally, relatively hard to run on. I'm not gonna say it's the hardest thing to run on, but and we're getting decent holes here. Let me go show you versus the Texas 4-man. I can't back them off as somebody would do in a real game, but let me go call. Let's call it on cover 3. It doesn't really matter what form. Okay, so right here, here's what happens if you don't flip it. Let me show you why I flip it. So if you don't flip it, it can still be decent, right? It kind of depends on how this left edge. Sometimes, like right there, you see it kind of didn't get blocked. Well, of course it doesn't show it. But this guy will sometimes run it untouched. You can sometimes run it not flipped. That's why I say it's a good run. It's hard to lose yards. But when you flip it versus the 4-man, now you can start getting a lot bigger holes. I will say, kind of lab it, be comfortable, know where your hole's supposed to be. But I think it's a pretty good run. I mean, we haven't lost yards a single time versus, mid blitz and 4-manning. You can also bounce us outside sometimes too, depending on the blocks. It's just a really, really great run. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I think it's a really unique scheme that combines a lot of really powerful concepts, whether it's double post, clear out, verticals, corner strike, wide trail. It combines a lot of really powerful things into one book here. So and also most people don't really know how to guard pistol bunch. If you see pistol bunch, you probably don't know what plays are coming, so it can kind of catch them off guard. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I'll probably put out some gameplay with it, and then the other kind of gadget formations we use. So I hope you guys really enjoyed.